And I've been saying this for a long time. Alexa Bliss needs to get out of Dodge, man.
There's your Alexa.
She is so much better than that company, and her talents are so much better.
So let's spend a few talking about three people who we believe who the WWE is killing their careers. Killing it. I'm gonna kill it. It's I don't think you watched it during this time. It was right after it's when Vince McMahon brought Hogan and Hall and Ash back, the NWO. I think this was 2002, if I'm mistaken, beginning of 2002. Around No Way Out of 2002, if I'm not mistaken. Because No Way Out of 2002 was revolved around that. It was revolved around Vince McMahon saying, "I want to kill it," and he had he said, "Me and the NWO." And then he turned around and he had the NWO logo on the back of his chair. Sportskeeda, I got a good feeling that the editors of Sportskeeda is going to put a picture of that while I'm talking on the video.
I'm just sitting here curious while he was doing that whole thing. I'm curious as to if Vince even knew what NWO stood for.
Probably no clue.
You know,
he probably he probably had no clue.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go first. We're going to talk about three wrestlers who we believe the WWE is killing their careers in their current state. We believe the WWE is doing them more harm than good. Okay, so I will go first. My first choice right now is Shelton Benjamin. All right, because Shelton Benjamin is he's pushing 50. He's getting up there in age, but at the same time, still great look, great physique. Just a scholar of the business. He used to run with Brock Lesnar, so he's a Minnesota wrestling guy. He knows his stuff. He's a big dude. He's got a mind for the business, and specifically tag team wrestling, because him and Charlie Haas was a fantastic tag team. I really think that he could work as a consultant. I think that Shelton Benjamin's in-ring days are over for the most part, but they're still just kind of leaving him out there in limbo. This guy needs to be an NXT coach. It doesn't make any sense to me why this guy is not either an agent or a coach in NXT. Like, Shelton Benjamin to me would be the guy who you wouldn't want to make one of the top agents because of his experience and because he knows what he's talking about and he knows his stuff. So I think in his current status now, if they're not making those moves, I think he needs to coach somewhere else. I think he needs to either coach an Impact, to be an agent there, or be an agent in AEW or, Ring of Honor. Him and Charlie Haas was in Ring of Honor as the world's wrestling's greatest tag team. And I think that he can have a really, really integral part as a coach or an agent for either one of those companies.
My turn.
Yep.
Well, I think two of mine will be obvious. One not so much, Elijah. Ezekiel, whatever. What a botch! What a botch, bro! This guy from day one, the first time I ever saw him on TV, had star written all over him. Gets the business, understands the business, stays in incredible condition, can get a character over, is a student of the game, and what they've done to this guy is absolutely sinful. Absolutely 1000% sinful.
See, he has the how you have like the beard craters type of deal, what I mean? Like, he just seems like his face is like supposed to have like a nice rock star beard with it. You know what I mean? Like, I like the Elias look. I like the scarves and the long shaggy hair and the beard.
Bro, the bottom line is if they knew what they were doing, you actually could pull off him being both characters. You could actually pull it off. They in a million years they couldn't do that. But bro, you bring in the right people, you can get the beard to look the same. You could put in the hair extensions. You can literally tell a story with these two individuals. In editing, you could have them having a conversation with, like, bro, you could do this and it would be so entertaining. They wouldn't know where to start, bro. Because first of all, I agree with you. I love the Elias look, but bro, he's a good-looking kid. So the Ezekiel look is a good look. There's no reason why he couldn't be both guys, bro. Absolutely no reason in the world, but they can never figure out how to do it.
He just looks way too bland to be a star as Ezekiel to me. Yeah. But I like the the storyline with both characters. I actually thought how this would work, and I thought in my head, I was like, you know what? I think it would be cool if he got written off, like somehow Owens, you know, like they beat the brakes off of him, like he gets like jumped by Owens in the Alpha Academy. That causes him, like, Ezekiel's done at that time. And so you cut promos, you do backstage, you get a whole bunch of B-roll to have Ezekiel still in his state to say, my brother's coming, my brother's coming, my brother's coming, my brother's coming. And that takes 5-6 months. And by that time he's growing his beard out. And by that time you hit up WrestleMania, right? And then you have Elias versus Kevin Owens, and Elias comes back in his gear and his head, and he proves basically that, you know, he is really his brother. And you can even do B-roll when Elias gets his look back of Ezekiel. You get a bunch of B-roll as Ezekiel being Ezekiel now. And then 6 months later, when he grows his beard out as Elias, and you can do, like, you know, them talking to each other in that way.
They can never pull that off, bro. Never in a million years. Never.
It would be very fun if they did.
It would. It would.
I agree with you. So my second pick is Zelina Vega. I think that you know, her husband Malachi Black is on AEW right now. You know, he's a decent figure. You know, House of Black is one faction among many, but at least he's making some type of noise as opposed to being Aleister Black that was just very lost in the shuffle. So I think that Zelina Vega managing the House of Black as their valet would be a much better look, a much better, you know, spot for her than just this Queen Zelina thing. It's just so buried. There's just no direction with it. She's going nowhere. And I think if she left and started being a manager for her husband in their group, I think that would be a much better move for her right now in her career.
Yeah, I don't see, bro. When you talk and you lay all this out, I just immediately think of what I watched and what we talk about and what it would look like. They turn everything into bad wrestling, bro. Just they turn everything. Why can't, you know, Zelina, you know, and a husband, like, why can't they just be bad people? Like, believable bad people. Everybody's below them. Everybody's beneath them. Who knows what type of religion they're like, why can't they just be real people? But you know, if she manages that group, she's gonna be in kabuki as shit. Oh God, bro! Like everything they do, like everything the wrestling business does. But my second one, bro, is like, my God, and I've been saying this for a long time. Alexa Bliss needs to get out of Dodge, man.
There's your Alexa.
She is so much better than that company, and her talents are so much better. Bro, who knows? Maybe now with a husband, maybe he's got, you know, some connections, some pull. Maybe he's got an agent. She can be a legit actress. I used to say the same thing about Caruso. What was her first name?
Yep.
Yeah, I used to say the same thing about her. Like, she was working ESPN and WWE.
Charlie.
And I was like, get out of WWE. They're gonna drag you down. It's the same thing with Alexa Bliss, bro. She's good. She's smart. She gets it. She's been concussed many, many times. She doesn't need it. Get out, get some acting lessons, get an agent. You got some connections there. Make a life for yourself outside of wrestling.
I agree. Yep. I think the word that hit me was concussed. I think it's I think it's she's young. It's just you don't want to have that. You don't want to wrestle for the next 15 years and get even more concussed. And I'm a psychology doctor. I get it. So basically, when you're concussed, it's like you have your skull and your brain keeps hitting your skull.
Yep.
And essentially, when that happens, like because of the impact, boom, it causes memory loss, hallucinations. It causes a lot of those prefrontal cortex functions, memory, a lot of emotional things. A lot of people who have concussions or specifically CTE, they get a very heightened aggression. That's really big with people with CTE. And so it's no point. Like if you've already established yourself enough as a wrestler, become an actress. I agree with you 100%. So and then you have your own stunt double, and you don't have to go through a lot of the stuff that you go through now. So you essentially are the stunt double as a wrestler as a wrestler for 300 days a year. My third one is Finn Balor. I think I was watching Wrestling Dontaku, the New Japan pay-per-view they had the beginning of it was about a week ago. I actually watched it, and this was the 9th year of the formation of Bullet Club, and Bullet Club formed 9 years ago at that pay-per-view, and it was Prince Devitt, who's Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, Bad Luck Fale, and Tama Tonga. So those are the founding members of Bullet Club. And like he was the leader. He was the first leader of Bullet Club, and it just seems like because they and at this year's pay-per-view, Jay White's the leader, and then they just kind of formed again. Juice Robinson. Well, they've been a faction, but they just kind of came together and did the whole Bullet Club. Stood over Kazuchika Okada, and Juice Robinson joined. And so to me, it just seems like if he left WWE, he's just ready-made to be a part of that and establish himself as a viable character. If I'm not mistaken, he will be 40 this year, or he already turned 40. I think this is his 40 or 41st birthday, maybe 41 this year. So, wrestling years, he's going toward the tail end, so he needs to reestablish his career in some way. And it just seems like Vince doesn't see money in him. It just doesn't. I think it's crystal clear that Vince doesn't see money in him. So he just needs to go away and, do something else, probably Bullet Club related in Impact or Japan again.
Well, Vince thought the Bullet Club had something to do with hunting, so he never got it from the start. So,
yep, that's true.
Bro, I was gonna say Finn Balor, but I got somebody who, to me, it's an absolute travesty. What a waste of a talent! What a waste of a human being! What a waste of a great guy! What a waste of a leader. Gentlemen, bro, I got to work with Bobby Roode for a long time in TNA. And Bobby Roode was going to be the guy until at the 12th hour, Hulk convinced Dixie to pull the plug on it. And what a freaking mess. Bro, if I'm not BSing you. I am not BSing you. If I was going to start a wrestling company tomorrow, Bobby Roode and James Storm would probably be the two people that I'd call first. Look like stars, act like stars, company guys. Bro, Bobby Roode is the nicest guy in the world. I don't know how they mess with him, bro. I don't know how they mess with him. It seems to me the only thing they ever gave that guy was that glorious entrance, and that was it. Nothing else. No program, no angle, no promos, nothing, bro. And man, I'm telling you, out of experience, this guy had it. What a waste, man. What I mean, Kurt Angle wanted to put him over. I mean, he was going to be Kurt Angle. Kurt couldn't wait to put him over.
Yeah, that's true. They gave him a little bit. I mean, he was NXT champion in the very beginning. He ended up winning the United States Championship and had a few tag team title runs under his belt. But as far as, I mean, he's just lost in the shuffle now. He was kind of like coming out with Dolph Ziggler when Dolph Ziggler went back to NXT. He was just kind of there, so it just like he's just there. Like he's just kind of
and that's a hard one for me to understand, bro, because Bobby Roode personally, like he's the kind of guy that Vince McMahon would love. That's what I don't understand about it, man.
He's a little like size-wise, he's a stud as a size-wise, but he's a little shorter than a lot of people, right? Like, what is he? About 6', 5'10", something like that?
I mean, I never really noticed it. That never
isn't really short, but like it seems like he's a little shorter than a lot of people. Like when you're looking kind of like face to face.
He's not shorter than Shawn Michaels.
Well, Shawn Michaels is short. He's deceptively short. I think Shawn's about 5'9", 5. No, he's about 5'10".
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
yeah, around something. Yeah, I'm 6'1", and I was at a did some media for like a DX Q&A at WrestleMania one year, and he stood up, and I was like, man, I'm taller than he is. Like I was just like I knew that he was shorter, but like there was one time that doing work with a lot of wrestlers, I realized like the television size is a lot bigger a lot of times than the actual size.
Yeah,
because I'm a big dude. I'm a muscular dude, and I'm next to a lot of those. I used to go to ROH events a lot and do media there, and there would be like people coming down the ramp, and I would be like looking over them, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I guess this is wrestling nowadays. So,
I guess so, man. Yeah.
But unfortunately, Bobby Roode still don't get a piece of that. So it's sad to hear. But I think that's a good call. But
yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that those 6 people somehow find success elsewhere, but it doesn't look like it right now. But until then, I guess we're just gonna have to see them kind of wallow in their particular push in their particular spots in the card, unfortunately, because they're all 6 of them are very awesome talent that has a lot better to offer than what they're being delivered right now. So with that being said, this guy right here, Vince Russo, I'm Dr. Chris. This is Riding with Russo. Have a good night, everybody.